What is up, riders? Today we have something super special for you guys where we put a Malossi RC One Testarossa 100cc liquid cooled motor in a BWS 100. Alright, so let's break down this because it's going to be quite a big, insane build. So our base is a YW100 or a BWS Yamaha 100cc air cooled. So this is not like the 50cc bug eyes like you guys have overseas. This is the 100cc air cooled. Now what we're going to do is, because this is a huge popular one in South Africa, this is the perfect one for the RC One. It still has the same mounting as an Aerox or a Nitro BWS 50. So it should fit Minarelli motor nonetheless. What we're going to obviously do is stick in the RC One with the Testarossa barrel, which makes it 100cc liquid cool. So of course we're gonna have to liquid cool this, stick some radiators on in the front, pipe in, make it look quite sick and clean at the same time. That's gonna be a challenge on its own. But with that, you can't not upgrade the suspension. So we are gonna run a Paoli front suspension from an Aerox 50 and the rear wheel from an Aerox 50. And then in the rear, we're gonna run an RS24 Malossi shock with the reservoir. So it's gonna be quite awesome. We're going to do a whole bunch of other things to this. We're going to make it look pretty. New plastics, resprayed. Black plastics are going to be new from Yamaha. Seat recovered. Make this thing look amazingly beautiful. It's going to basically be a show bike. It's going to go step by step. It's going to be a huge series. So if you want to be kept up to date, like and subscribe to this video. Hit that bell notification. And if you want to follow the build process on Instagram, we also post our stories there. So follow us on Instagram. Links down below. All right. So first step is probably to strip it down. Alright, the bike has been stripped. We've separated these plastics. We've got these red ones here, but they are not going to stay red for long. So we're going to send them away, as well as the grab rails and these wheels over here. So we are going to go with an Aerox or a Nitro setup. So we're going to run, this is a Nitro front wheel, and we had to get ourselves a nice Aerox rear wheel, which we got over here. And this is a nice brand new looking rear wheel for the Aerox, and it's actually a lot wider. So this is about 140 mils wide. You can check that out from the front wheel. So this is going to be awesome, but we're not going to keep it like this. We are going to send this for spraying along with the grab rails. So let's get them out of here and carry on with the build. Alright, so I forgot to mention that we're also going to send away the seat. This seat is going to Easy Design, who's going to do an awesome seat cover for us. I already have a BWS 100 seat cover from a while ago done by Nithrone, but they'll do a very similar job, if not even better. So if you want to get their information, links down below. You'll also remember that I did my BWS 50 seat from them. So Easy Design did my seat cover in the purple and white with the custom embroidery done at the back, which looks amazing. So if you want to check out them, their links will be down below. Alright, onto the radiators now. Now this is quite a challenge. We're just trying to figure out how it's going to fit into this kind of nook. This bike was not meant to have radiators. Most of them go on the top, but we're going to put them over here. And we're going to kind of figure out how it's all going to fit and make sure that the steering doesn't hit into the radiator. That's one of the most important things. So it's most likely going to have to sit back. Not sure how it's going to work. So this is just kind of locking it up, testing to see how everything's going to work together. But I'll let my dad do the explaining as we figure this thing out.
Over here, this like thing here will be kind of in line with this part of the radiator. So there's like a lot of things to suss out. The main thing is the steering. If you don't want it to turn into the... So we need to go back. Yeah, in an ideal world over here, so we can still fit the belly pan, keep everything out of the way, something to that effect. The radiator is definitely going to be sticking in here, which is going to change. We may even need to take out this whole piece as one unit, but I'll first see if we can do two separate, all right, two separate, I'm going to call them exhaust for the air to come out. Down the line, it may be better to take this entire piece out and have one whole big section
So as you can see, my dad's just marking out where the radiators are going to sit on this plastic. This is the original old plastic. We're going to be replacing this, so we're going to use it as a donor right now, so we can cut it out and see where this kind of radiator fits. As you can see, we cut a lot oversized so we can make sure that everything is in place and we don't have anything touching and back and forth. This is just going to be a mock-up piece. Now it's onto the machining, where we're machining standoffs where the radiator is going to slide onto. We've already ordered original radiator bushings from Yamaha that fit these, because these are similar to MX style radiators. The only problem is, you'll see in some of those clips, the radiators are not mirrored, they are the same side, so we'll figure that one out a little bit later. And speaking about machining, let's check out the crank and see what machining we have to do to these RC One casings. Alright guys, so with this RC One Testarossa engine, we've got the brand new 100cc build. So we spoke about this earlier, but what that basically means is where we're getting all the extra capacity is in the crank. So basically running like a stroker crank. So actually these casings need to be bored to the diameter of the crank. And that's kind of what we need to do now.
So basically we're going to go one more bigger. So this is 81.6.
Yeah.
Standard, that's 81.6. It's got to go to 82.6, so that you've obviously got the clearance and it keeps the same, one of the same volume, but yeah, same clearances.
Okay. So we're going to send this off to a machining company, get this all done properly by an engine machinist, right?
Engineer.
And then we'll get it back and then we can assemble. So let's send it away.
Yeah, let's go.
Quick break in the video to say thank you so much to every single one of you who follow us and subscribe to our channel. We hit 5,000 subs and we couldn't have done it without you. So again, thank you to all of our customers, subscribers and followers. It's been such an amazing journey thanks to you guys. So ask your grannies, your grandpas, your aunts and uncles to subscribe so we can hit 10K. That'd be awesome. And don't forget about our other socials. We post a whole bunch of behind the scenes on our stories on Instagram and TikTok, as well as cool shorts. So follow those as well, links down below. And if you're feeling generous and want to support the builds directly, hit the join button, join our membership. We have tons of behind the scenes upcoming builds that you will never know about unless you're a member, as well as a few perks. So hit that join button to support us, and thank you so much for watching.
Okay guys, so I am tasked in fitting the radiators. So what I'm going to do is, I've already been messing around trying to figure out how we're going to do this with making it also looking kind of like as best as possible. So I'm going to show you kind of where I'm at the moment. So I've kind of gotten to this point where I think I'm ready to mount, but what I've done is, let me show you from the beginning. So I kind of just cut away certain things. Only done the one half, because then we can at least mirror on this side. If we just chop everywhere, then we don't know where we are. So I basically cut that section out. As you can see in the front here, obviously X means it's going to disappear. And then to be able to see what I'm doing, I literally just cut a big chunk out here so that we could at least get the radiator in place and see what we're doing. But it looks like we might be steering to just this section for now. I don't know yet. It may continue down to here. So I've been pondering on this for quite some time. I was wanting to keep this center section in, but I have a funny feeling it's going to stay out. This top piece here, we were going to leave it out, but I want to leave it in. So it's left in for now. Managed to cut this section out. The radiators have been modified a little bit, so this piece here, you'll see it's at a slight angle, so that's going to go under the bike. It was sitting over here, and the top section here as well was just rotated. It was facing down, I think, can't remember now. And then we put another hippie on the top there. Let's just get, that's kind of how I've got it in for now. which I think is good. I've had to take into consideration obviously the belly pan, the floorboard, and then of course the steering, so that the steering when it swivels it doesn't hit the radiator. So I've kind of got it into that position for now. This is the best without cutting too much away and making a mess of everything. That clears so that the pipe can go under towards the motor. This one is going to link to the radiator on this side because we're going to run 2 of them. Basically the mirror of this one on this side, and then it's going to be a loop pipe. So the water will basically come from the motor up the radiator through to the next radiator, back down again, and then under the bike back to the motor again. And then the reservoir bottle is going to go by the cubby hole, and then it's going to be pretty much like the Piaggio's system where it's a sealed system. So we'll have a bottle here, run from this one and the other one and loop them in, and then basically that just keeps the radiators topped up. So what I'm going to do now is I want to tack this mounting on and then play around a little bit more with the fittings. Okay, here's what I've machined. It's threaded, so basically this is just a temporary screw that's in there just to hold it in place. That's half mark, so these will be cut. So the others are going to go one down there, one up there, and then these will be tack welded on just to line everything up, and then we'll do a proper weld. So yeah. Okay, so we've tacked it on for now. So what we're going to do now is basically just try and tidy up all the plastics, get the clearances right, get the alignment right, and then we'll tack in the other 2 mountings. And then when I'm 100% happy with that, I'm just going to weld it up permanently, and then we can obviously send that all off to powder coating. It looks all nice and pretty afterwards. So now I've chopped it, as you can see. Okay, so we've tacked this one in. I just need to make sure that it's perpendicular, and then I want to make sure that the radiator sits parallel to the frame, and I think we have got it pretty much. If that one's sitting there, I think we got it. And then I need to shorten this one for the top because it's gonna just mount. Obviously didn't need all this. Need to get the radiator more back rather than forward so that the pipes can clear the knee board. Anyway, let's carry on. Cool guys, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to, I think, finish the weld on the front one, but before I do that, it's sitting like a little bit proud, so I want to chamfer it slightly, but I'm going to do that after the weld, and then have a look and see what it looks like. Not a professional welder, but it will do. Cool, because we're gonna see this part of the world, I am going to definitely clean it up a little bit. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to clean it, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're kind of almost there. Just got that one tacked up. I'm gonna weld it, and this side is looking good. I just got to machine the two top ones still. I wasn't sure how they were gonna fit, so I waited. But it's looking cool. And as you can see, the bottom pipe comes down at the angle that's gonna go underneath. There we go. Looking good.
Alright guys, we pretty much got the radiators on, welded up, ground down. Then we can get it powder coated, but before we do powder coating, we're going to have to weld on the stiffener bar. We're going to make brackets for that so that we can kind of install and remove it when we want. So that's going to be another challenge, but we'll do that in one of the next videos coming up. If you are enjoying this series, remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, because in the next video we're starting with the RC One build. That's going to be super exciting, so don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll check you in the next one. Peace.